if you get any emails from me, or if you see any correspondence from me in a way, there's a little logo at the top of the email, and it's like a head and profile, and it says, you can crack the code. Well, what does that mean, you can crack the code? I have this notion that we can all become what I would call code breakers. Now, all of the information that comes into your brain comes in through your senses, and it's all encoded. And that encoded information has to be decoded, right? But if you're not careful, your brain decodes that information in an inaccurate way, such that you're left with what we might call faulty thinking. You're left with strategies of self-defeat, of anxiety, of panic, etc. And so what it means to become a code breaker is to become aware of those processes so that you can then understand what's happening to you, instead of being at the mercy of errorful brain processing, right? It's about you being in control, as opposed to some cognitive error being in control of what you do. So for instance, if you're let's say a perfectionist, which people are, you would be running a very black and white way of thinking about things. Now you might say, well, I don't do black and white thinking, but in principle, if it's not perfect, it tends towards being failure, which is a kind of a fairly classic path to depression and anxiety and stress, for that matter. So being a code breaker is someone who's invested and interested in learning how to understand what's happening so they can have control over it. I don't know what you would not like about that. So if you want to be a code breaker, make sure you watch my videos, jump into whatever else is going on, and start to make it like a thing that you're working on. Even a hobby would be a great thing, because there's no downside, it's all upside. And the upside could be that you get happiness, joy, brilliant relationships, have a great time, and why not?